Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 10 of the series. Yes, episode 10. Yeah. So, if you watched videos, or some videos, I really don't care, you know that the Purple Empire, or the Purple Team's Empire, is falling apart. And today, something goes special will happen. So, but first, we must focus on Indonesia. Yes, after the Indians, or whatever you want to call them, finally discovered, or just discovered, Indonesia, Malaysia, and other places over here, they say, hey, let's go down over here. What should they do? They do go down over here. And it's honestly pretty nice. Everything's luscious. There are still animals that I want to kill them. But, yeah, overall, it's pretty good. Like, hey, it is nice. Blah, blah, blah. Not only that, they also discover some stuff in China. Also, this country, or part of the Union, will actually go and make a colony over there, making it one of the first new nations to have a colony. Anyways, China, massive. When I mean massive, I mean massive exploration to China will happen. The Japanese will do the same, thinking, hey, let's go explore more to this land. So they do. That's exactly what they do. They explore tons. China, even going into like Russia, including over here. They go explore. Not only that, they also discover the Philippines. So massive and important stuff are happening. Not only that, all basically Vietnam's discovered. Or Nam, whatever you want to call it. And yes, this happens. And they instantly don't like each other because they realize that they're from their own country. Like, they realize that they moved and they made their own. Actually bigger than them, so they're not happy. So they block off this thing right here, this little province of this new other Chinese nation. Go, hey, no, please let it go. I said, no. So they declare war. And since they're one of the first few, it's pretty easy. Also, it's pretty easy. The war doesn't last that long. And they fall. So now it's the only Chinese nation. They also go down into the Philippines. So everything's pretty good. Okay, tribes. What am I saying, tribes? Madagascar. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it. Yeah, they discovered Madagascar. Or Madagascar is being discovered by tribes that want to make their own thing. They think that they're one of the few. They think that they're the only one. but they aren't because of other countries, Europe, Asia, and some of Africa. Anyways, some new nations, like over here, will expand more to the Middle East. Then Egypt already slightly expanded. And these two will also expand. Purple team, and the purple team still not learning from their mistakes. We'll go back. But the new king saying, no, we must regain strength again by conquering Middle Eastern land, or whatever they call this. That's what they do. They just conquer it. And also, he doesn't see the puppets as useful anymore. So what does he do? Yep, he goes out and says, hey, you're now going to be part of the country. So he does. He annexes the nation, the puppets, into the empire. Making them once again the biggest empire. He also plans an invasion of this country. But since he is the country's most feared, and the second most feared, they plan something to stop them once and for all. And they asked a bunch of people to join. So these two joined, these nations also joined. The Indians send like military like supplies and stuff. And everyone gets ready for a final battle against the purple team. And they just wait to see what would happen. 1 month later, yep, they finally go and do it. They really easily advance and even claim the nation. But right after they do, and they think all settled, yep, one final war happened. There's even some new nations that are going to join in this war. Purple team knew this would probably happen, and they got ready for an attack. The first one to start is Egypt. The only reason they are still able to fight, because, it's already been a lot of wars, which equals against the purple team, which means massive losses. But the only reason why they're still able to fight is because they are encouraged of defeating this empire once and for all. So, new countries join this operation in destroying the purple team. And it's going good. It's going really great. They push. But then, the purple team, being a superpower, pushes back its green team. And the Egyptians, they even absolutely destroy the new nations that join, because they really have a good military or experience against the purple team. So they're getting ransacked. Meanwhile, the new nation they took over is gonna start another revolt to get their independence. which goes pretty good actually. Meanwhile, the pink team pushed into purple territory, but then a stalemate happened. But then the purple team pushed back, and then a stalemate happened, which makes the front not move. Meanwhile, this nation falls to the purple team's mighty army. This nation, seeing how strong they are, they instantly just surrender. And then the rest of them surrender as well. The Indians, seeing how horrible things are going for this team, decide to also join the war. And yes, both of the nations land and decide to invade. This nation also decides to go in and help in destroying the purple team. The purple team has to face multiple fronts to just survive. Now the purple team is facing multiple fronts, one front even being their old citizens, or used to be citizens, because they did run away from them to make their own. The Indians make another landing through here. Meanwhile, this rebellious group pushes even farther down to the mountains. And it gets so bad that even one of their... one of their old puppets even rebels against them. Thinking, let's break away from this horrible empire. So the war is not going in Purple's favor, having to fight on. No. Having to fight on multiple fronts, the Egyptians push even further up against them. So does the Greeks. They push massively into Turkish territory, getting so close to the capital. And they determined to keep the capital safe, do everything they possibly can, focus almost everything, on pushing back. Meanwhile, another one of their old puppets rebels against them, seeing that they no longer to support their nation, their old one, the one the puppet did. This instantly leads to the pink team and this new kind of brownish team ultimately defeating the purple team over on the Caucasus. I think that's what it's called. So finally, after 700 years, the purple team's empire will finally fall. Not only that, more rebellions decide to join this new team right here. The team that just rebelled. So it's over here. The teams that just got conquered also rebel. Two of them on. One says, we don't care. We are just gonna... we like our new rulers or something. So they really don't do anything. Meanwhile, these two rebel and push through rebel territory, seeing their strategies and stuff. So finally, the rebel team will fall. Finally, they're legit one of the. They're literally one of the first, or they're I can't talk. They are the rebel team is the first empire in this series, and finally, after like I forgot a few episodes, like really, gotta be kidding me. Now, okay, that's lying down now. Anyways, okay, anyways. There. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying. The purple team is dealing with multiple fronts, some of them being with their old puppets. The puppets also know where stuff is, so it's pretty easy for them to advance. Yeah, guys, this whole thing is a mess. And the Greeks, being one of the first nations to be puppeted by the purple team, instantly decides to make a plan and rushes the purple team capital, ultimately capturing it and making the purple team move the capital. They move every force, every piece of army, every infantry they have to the capital, which makes it so much easier to just take it. So yeah, they take the land from the purple team. Meanwhile, the Egyptians and the Greeks, plus this nation, whatever you want to call this new nation, pushes to take the capital, and then a stalemate happens. So the last loyal of the army and everything meet up and stay here. But then finally, after like 3 weeks of just fighting, the Greeks finally make a push, ultimately ending the Purple Empire. So now, a peace treaty will be signed to divide the nation up into a new type of way. So first, the Purple Team will stay a nation, but it will keep its capital, but it will have to disarm its entire nation for 10 full years. Also giving independence promises it done. Their old puppets give it independence. Meanwhile, this nation, these two, decide to actually become one. So yes, finally, the war is over. The war against the Purple Team is over. It's done. No more. It's forever done. Forever now, it's over. The war is over. That's it. So now a peace treaty will be signed. there we go. Peace treaty. Finally signed. So, yeah. So the reason why this one's getting puppeted, because they didn't mind being conquered. They actually helped them with the war. And, yeah, so they become puppeted. So they got what they wanted. This one just became like a kind of Caspian. They didn't want to. They want to make their own thing, but they don't want to follow footsteps. So guess what? Instead, now they're becoming a republic. In this nation, it was only formed because Red Team formed more help. And they said after the war they would get independence. And guess what? They did. They got their independence from, just independence. But they didn't want to be like an almighty country. They wanted to help other nations. So guess what? They decide to go give independence to this nation right here. Or this kind of piece of land right here. Because it used to be part of the Pro Team. And this one was mistreated the most out of every puppet in the Pro Team's empire. So that's why it got released. Or it's getting released. So boom. Pro Team is finally gone. They're not gone, but their empire is. And their whole kind of monarchy dynasty thing is over. Their dynasty is over. If you remember what video this or episode the Puppet Team was made, they last for a long time. In this whole world's kind of in this world's years, this country is 700 years old. And then finally, it had its empire for 500 years. For 200 years, it was a normal nation. Then, it became an empire. And now, finally, it is back to just a nation. Not an empire, just a nation. An empire it once had has fallen. But it will be always known as the world's biggest empire. Now, we shall move on to Asia, with more exploration. After that, nothing really changes. No one explored besides tribes, besides tribe right here, even going out to discover islands. Why? The rest of the world needs to recover after the endless wars against the Rubber Team. They need to recover. And also, a new nation is now formed down in Madagascar through the tribes. They really don't have good technology, but they just become something. Meanwhile, the Cyan Nation, they do send people up, back to see what is going on, what happened. After they learn the Pro Team has just collapsed after a few hundred years, they're like, yay, finally the empires have overthrown. And then they realize, oh wait, it's not been overthrown, it's just back to its old state. Yeah, anyways, more of Africa is being explored by tribes, or held by tribes and stuff. But nothing really will change through here for an episode or two because still worlds are recovering. This over here has not been hit too hard, but like over here it's been hard the most. Or like slightly over here because they got joined the world war early or kind of late. Yeah. Oh, whoops. Fine. The Empire is fallen. They will surely not return. Right? Yeah, no. They will never return. Their empire shall never. Return. Because this new king, now it's like, yeah, no, we don't want to do this again. We don't want to do this again. What will happen? The Indians after that will just explore. Discover Vietnam, yay! And then you realize the nation's already here. So they don't go back. Anyways, update. The Japanese decide to go, oi, you, our puppet, over here. Yeah, we're gonna annex you. Boop, it's gone. Boop, it's gone now. So they're puppets, and they like people supporting them. There's one thing they don't want. They don't want Korea. They don't find Korea useful, so they just gotta release it. Become its own thing. After that, this new Korean nation goes on an expansion rampage. So yeah, this world finally is at peace. Destructed, but peace. Now the new biggest nation is now the Redbird Kingdom. And now they're also getting more used to cold. So they start to just kind of go into like Russia a bit. Why they just expand? Man, it's like this new gold Ukrainian nation. Yeah, they just trying to rebuild. Everyone's trying to rebuild. So yeah, if you want to see something, like at this point anything, that's something I've not already done, comment it, please. Meanwhile, more of Greenland's being explored due to Greenlanders. Yeah, that's what they're actually called. Look it up. Yeah, they're also helping Iceland explore Greenland. Oh, I forgot his nation exists. So Red Kingdoms looks at this island and goes, yes. What I mean by that? Yep, they're going to war. After a long time. Says this nation is like neutral, doesn't have an army. Yeah, it was pretty quick. So yeah, everything's nice. Also, pink team asks for like to fix the border. Agrees. Now it looks smoother. Also after that, the alliance against the rebel team dissolves because the rebel team is no longer here, or the empire for it is no longer here. So, empire so the alliance kind of falls. But yeah. Yes. So finally, after years of fighting against Palpatine has finally fallen. Asia, well, not the next episode, probably Asia will get more discovered. So will more Africa. So yeah, but if you do want to see something else in the series, I will comment it down below. Hope you enjoyed. This is really short because I just wanted to do this to end off the Palpatine era, the Palpatine's Empire era off, and move on to like I don't know, like Asia and Africa. What did I say that for? I don't know. I wanted to. Anyways, bye guys. I hope I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.